A very good morning to all of you. Today's topic is Chapter 5 Coal and Petroleum. Before we start the topic, I am going to tell you about some important terms. Number one, natural resources. So, what do you mean by natural resources? Resources that are obtained from the nature are called natural resources, that is, air, water, soil, and minerals, etc. Inexhaustible natural resources are those resources which are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Some of the examples are sunlight, air, and water. There is a never ending supply of inexhaustible resources in nature. The inexhaustible resources can be used again and again, they last forever. The term exhaustible means something which can be used up completely so that nothing is left behind. Those resources which are present in a limited quantity in nature and can be exhausted by human activities are called exhaustible natural resources. The examples of exhaustible natural resources are coal, petroleum, natural gas, minerals, forests, and wildlife. The exhaustible natural resources do not last forever. Activity 5.1 is suggesting that when you make a list of natural and man made materials, you will find that it includes air, water, soil, and minerals. Now, can we use all our natural resources forever? All our natural resources are going to exhaust one day, so we cannot use them forever. Can air, water, and soil be exhausted by human activities? No, these will not be exhausted at all. Is water a limitless source? Yes, water is a limitless source, but its unwise use and cutting of forest can also make it scarce. In activity 5.2, we will divide the students into groups of 7 each. Further divide each group into 3 subgroups containing 1, 2 and 4 students. Now we will label them as first generation, second and third generation respectively. These three subgroups represent the consumers. As the population is growing, second and third generation have large number of consumers. So altogether we have to see in this activity whether all the consumers of third generation got the items same or not. Also observe if anything is still left in any one of the containers. Answer should be yes. The third generation got the items but in a very low quantity and nothing is left in any container. So we will conclude that in coming generation they will have no coal and petroleum to see. The natural fuels formed from the remains of living organisms buried under the earth long ago are called fossil fuels. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are fossil fuels. Children, do you know why are they called fossil fuels? They are called fossil fuels because they were formed by the decomposition of the remains of prehistoric plants and animals buried under the earth long ago. Fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources because once all the fossil fuels are used up, they will be gone forever. The plants and animals which died millions of years ago were gradually buried deep in the earth and got covered with sediments like mud and sand, away from the reach of air. In the absence of air, the chemical effects of heat, pressure, and bacteria converted the buried remains of plants and animals into fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Now we will learn about coal. What is coal? Coal is a hard, black, combustible mineral that consists mainly of carbon. Coal is found in deep coal mines under the surface of earth. In India, coal is found mainly in Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, and Madhya Pradesh. Coal is found in abundance in our country and it is the most important source of energy in our country. Coal was formed by the decomposition of large land plants and trees buried under the earth about 300 million years ago. This happened as follows. About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetland areas. Due to natural processes like earthquake, volcanoes and floods etc. These forests were buried under the surface of the earth. As more soil deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper due to high pressure and high temperature inside the earth, and in the absence of air, the wood of the buried forest, plants and trees were slowly converted into a hard stony substance which is called what? Coal. So, the process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. I will tell you about coke. Coke is a tough and porous black solid substance. It is prepared by heating coal in the absence of air. When coal is heated in the absence of air, then coal gas and coal tar are eliminated and coke is left behind as a black residue. Coke is an almost pure form of carbon. It is 98% of carbon. Coke is mainly used as a reducing agent in the extraction of metals like iron and zinc etc. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel. Coke is also used as a fuel. Children, do you know coke is a better fuel than coal? Why? It is because it produces more heat on burning than an equal amount of coal. Moreover, coke burns without producing any smoke, whereas coal produces a lot of smoke on burning. Another constituent of coal is coal tar. What is coal tar? Coal tar is a thick black liquid having an unpleasant smell which is obtained by heating coal in the absence of air. Coal tar is a mixture of about 200 carbon compounds, that is organic compounds. The useful carbon compounds present in coal tar are benzene, phenol, aniline. The various compounds present in coal tar are separated by the process of fractional distillation. a method of separation of mixture of liquids of different boiling points by condensing their vapors at controlled temperature is called fractional distillation. The products of coal tar are used to make synthetic fibers, drugs, that is medicines, plastics, synthetic dyes, perfumes, paints, varnishes, pesticides, roofing materials, and explosives. Coal tar has been traditionally used for metalling the roads. Interestingly, naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are also obtained from coal tar. Coal gas is a gaseous fuel which is obtained by the strong heating of coal in the absence of air during the processing of coal to get coke. Coal gas is mainly a mixture of methane and hydrogen gas with some carbon monoxide. All the gases present in coal gas can burn to produce heat, due to which coal gas is an excellent fuel having high calorific value. Coal gas is used as a fuel in industries. When coal gas burns, it also produces a good amount of light. So, in the past, coal gas has also been used for lighting purposes. Coal gas was used in the street lighting for the first time in London in the year 1810. It was used for street lighting in New York around 1820. Last, I want to tell you about the destructive distillation, that is, the burning of coal in the absence of air so as to get its all useful constituents present in it. That's all for today's. Thank you and have a nice day.